Risk management. The only thing we have full control of as traders is risk management. Once we put on a trade, anything can happen. But what does it really mean, risk management? How do I manage the risk according to my plan, according to my strategy, according to my mentality? First, let's break it down. How much am I willing to lose each and every week? Then we break it down to each and every day, and then we break it down to each and every trade. Let's say each and every week, my stop loss, my maximum amount of losing is $100. Now I have 5 trading days. Each and every day, I'm willing to lose $200. Now, how much am I willing to lose on each and every trade? How do I know it? What is the maximum losing amount that I'm feeling good, relatively good, and not starting to sweat? My psychology is still on my side. I'm not starting to think irrationally. Let's say $50. Above it, it's not for me. I cannot handle more than $50 loss per trade. So if I have $200 per day, it means I can take maximum 4 trades at a time. This is how I manage the risk according to my mentality, because it all comes down to the psychology behind trading and risk management. Hey there, Tamir from FIBONACCI'S.com here. Thank you for joining another weekly edition, my top stocks to watch for the coming week. Next week, Monday's off, short week. Without any further ado, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Let's see the charts. $30 names on my list for next week. We will go over the weekly and the daily. Airbnb is the first. After a very long downtrend since November 2021, Airbnb on the weekly managed to close above this trend line, and as we can see also on the daily, breaking above the downtrend. Now let's see continuation towards 134.70 with 127 is the risk. ENVX downtrend bounce towards the 618 Fibonacci retracement is very powerful level of support or resistance, depends on where price came from. In this case, it came from down, bounce, now 618. Let's see continuation above it. Next resistance will be the 1950. On the daily, we can clearly see 1550. Then we are going to close the gap over here at the 1760. Ford. If you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous weekly top stocks to watch, you know this name. We have been following Ford. F is the ticker. Few weeks back, we have been waiting for a break above this trend line. Last week, it happened. Past week, now 1480 to the upside is the resistance, and also we can see it on the daily, breaking up and above, continuation towards 1570 and then 1722. Overall, Ford broke up above this consolidation. We are expecting some continuation. FCX on the weekly, downtrend until proven otherwise, but we can see that we have we had double bottom over here, now retraced towards the 618 once again, bounced. Trend lines are the true support resistance and also the roadmap for future price action. On the daily, we are waiting for a break above the 41.11, then we can assume 43.60 and then 47, but we have the gap to the downside, so maybe we need to wait for this gap to get filled and then bouncing off the 618 back to the upside. FSLY, fastly, we are still waiting for a break above the 1820. On the weekly, we can clearly see, if you're a pattern trader, you can see cup, handle, still waiting a weekly close above 1830, then we are heading towards 2060, 24, and we have all the levels to the upside. Fibonacci traders, we don't follow patterns, we don't rely on patterns because basically patterns are not reliable. The only thing we follow is price, levels, and trend lines. J&J, Johnson & Johnson, double bottom of the 150, 151. Now we are waiting for a break 2-3 days above the 165, and then with high probability we are going towards the 181 on the weekly. On the daily, we can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. 163 now is the support. Let's see continuation towards 170, 167. JP Morgan, JPM is the ticker. 144, 143 is a very tough resistance. Why? Just look left. Resistance over here, and support and support in the past. So now, not surprising, it is a resistance. So what are we waiting for? We are waiting for a break above this area of the 144, 2-3 days to the upside. Weekend with high probability 150, 158, and then we have this gap at the 167 area that will get filled. 139 will be our risk management. Lululemon, let's clean the chart. Also on the daily and also on the weekly. Draw a line over here. And as we can see, 390 area is a very important level for Lululemon. Resistance, support, and since January of 2022, every time Lululemon came to this area, got rejected. But overall, we do have higher lows. So let's see, break up and above. I would wait for 3-4 days above this area, and then we can take long. We can take also Fibonacci on the daily, swing low, swing high, above 389, 340 to the upside. 406, 431 are next in line. NET. Also here, we can clearly see that the 70-71 area, resistance, long time resistance. So we are waiting for a few days to close above it. And when I say few days, because we are looking on the weekly, one day closing above this area will not be enough. I'm waiting for 2-3 days at least for breaking up above and closing above. Just break up doesn't mean anything. Also, you see here, one day closed above it and back below. So one day is not enough. We are waiting for 2-3 days above it, and then 83.40, and after it we are going towards the 100. But also prepare for both sides. We have double top scenario of the 71. We have a gap to the downside at the 65. So we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled. Let's see, prepare for both sides. Long, 2-3 days above 71.50. Short, we will start short this double top scenario below the 63 to the downside. TWLO, Twilio Inc., double bottom of the 43. We are still waiting for a break above the 70 towards the 80, and then 94. We can take also Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and same thing as NET. Prepare for both sides. We always need to prepare for both sides. Never be biased, especially confirmation biased. Don't look for something that it's not there. Prepare for both sides. Long above, 2-3 days above the 69.70 towards the 77. Short below the 63 towards the 58 and maybe all the way back to 53. Always prepare for both sides. ULTA, ULTA is the ticker. Trend lines helps us to identify where price came from and where it might be heading next. As we can see, this trend line holding the higher lows since January of 2022, 2 consecutive dojis, bounce. Now we are waiting for continuation above the 457 to the upside. And if we take the daily, so we had downtrend, bounce above 455. We are going to close the gap at the 482 and then 491. Follow price, use trend lines and Fibonacci as your guide and as your risk management. UPST, let's clean the chart. What do we see? We see triple bottom. We see downtrend. No other indicators are truly needed because we all can look left where price came from. It came from 430 and now it's 337. Held the 12, bouncing, and it still have a long way to go. So no FOMO. Don't feel FOMO because price came from 430. It's only 37. Now let's see continuation towards the 42, which is the 50% retracement. Closing above it, we are going towards the 57 and then towards the 83. 83 will be a very tough resistance for bulls of UPST. 31 is 32 is the risk now. Long continuation above 39.20 towards 50. Fibonacci gives us not only risk management but also future support and resistance for price action. CPNG, another name that it's on my list for a very long time, and now you can see why. Because we have this trend line support, then came as resistance since October 2022, and we are still waiting for a break above this trend line, preferably above the 1785. As you can see also here, 1750, 2-3 days above it, we will reach the 1785. Above it, we are going towards 1980 and then 2150. All we have to do, look left, clean the chart, and try to identify, zoom in, zoom out, to get a better point of view of price action, where price came from, and where it might be heading next. You can take trend lines to help you identify we are in an uptrend since May of 2022. Low, higher low, but we have lower highs, which means consolidation. Price range is getting tighter and tighter each and every week. So we are waiting for this trend line to break up and above, and then we can take Fibonacci to help us identify the next levels of resistance. And not surprising, 1745, 1750, 618 Fibonacci level together with this trend line breaking up and above, we are heading towards the 2125. If you want to take your trading journey to the highest level, stop following others, including myself. Trust yourself. Have your own plan, have your own strategy, set of rules that suits you, suits your trading psychology, suits your mentality, suits your risk management. How many hours can you do it each and every day? If you cannot sit and you don't have the time, which is perfectly fine, you don't have the time to sit in front of the computer, in front of the screens, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, day trading is not for you. You need swing trading. Check the links in the description below. We have everything, all the tools that you need to become your own indicator, to become successful, consistent trader. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Don't forget to check the links in the description below for more educational resources and turn the notification bell on for more videos coming up in this long weekend. Until the next video, enjoy your weekend.